For episode 126.
126. Let's go.
I have a question, Alex.
Yes.
Is the saying the episode number, does that appear in the episode, or is that like for you editing? A little behind
it's in the
music.
episode.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Nice.
You don't
I kind of
listen-
figured, but just right now I was like, I wonder if he's just doing that for himself.
But do you?
I would never listen
But no,
to an
it's for
episode
the
I'm on
listeners.
of
Yeah,
anything.
no, I've never. I think I listened.
I listened to them all like 3 or 4 times.
You have to.
You guys could, Alex could upload an episode where he's just saying, all of you guys just talking shit about me, and I would be like, great up today, guys. Let's go.
I listened to.
Let's go. We recorded that. That was awesome, guys.
I've listened to a few episodes when I was like traveling. That's the only time I ever listened to
Yeah,
episodes
I listen to
when
stuff-
I wasn't
I
on
listen
them.
to stuff I
yeah,
missed.
like episodes I wasn't
Yeah, I
on.
don't listen to stuff I'm on because I know what I said.
I listen.
and I meant it.
I only listen to the episodes that I've been on, and I skip everybody else's part, and I just listen to myself
yeah,
talk.
I listen to my track.
Yeah, you just listen to your track that you send.
I
my-
save
just-
my
just-
track to my phone, and I just play that. Damn, no, I bet
Just
that
fast
was
forwarding
funny.
through the silence.
I put it over beats and act like I'm a beatnik.
I listened to the first episode like two or 3 times. I think I listened to it once by myself, and then I listened to it in the car with my girlfriend. And I just think it was just because I was like, "Damn, I have a podcast now. That's cool.
I
I
could-
better listen to it."
That's so funny. I thought you meant like you went back and listened to it now to see like the fidelity,
No.
etc. Oh, okay. Well, you're a weirdo then.
Yeah, no, it was the week of. I was like, "Damn,
No,
this
that's-
rocks."
that's
Podcaster, pat myself on the back.
If anyone was gonna do that, it'd be you. Like listening to the first episode.
It's like
You should do
it's
that.
like Kenny Powers
like
listening
what-
to his own audiobook driving.
So we're all of us are in relationships except for Chet. But Chet, on your next first date, you should listen to the podcast in the car. You offer to pick her up, and then just drive around for like an hour listening to the podcast.
Aren't these guys funny as fuck? Guess what? This is me.
Oh no, sorry. Like I chose a place to go like an hour away. Damn.
Yeah, I've heard about this podcast because people kept telling me I sound like the one guy on it, and you know it's pretty funny. I think the one guy I sound like is actually pretty funny. I think.
You got to start promoting the podcast on some of those dating apps. All right. You gotta put in your bio. You gotta be like, when you match with someone, you're like, hey, have you checked out WFYM?
Yeah, and if any future girls are listening to it because you saw it on Chet's dating profile,
I do not.
Hello.
I do not mention that on my profile. I will never put that on my profile.
What happens if she hears the stuff about stepping on the crab and she's a huge fan of crabs and protecting crabs? Or she had Barbies and she hears that you gave the Barbies top surgery
You rub off their tits.
Yeah.
On this
on the driveway?
I forgot about.
oh yeah,
She might be like, and then you would have to say that you're one of us.
Yeah,
I'm just
Then
saying,
one of us would
like-
say that we eat poop, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll say I'm from My Favorite Murder.
Alex, that reminds me. On a map stream last week, I had a location that was really close to where I went to kindergarten and lived in Texas in Lubbock, and I showed the school I went to, and the fence that was like between the yard and the highway. There's like the 2-lane highway there. Is still up. That's like the only thing that's still up from my old neighborhood because they like bulldozed they bulldoze every military house like every 6 years or whatever. But I told a story about the first day we moved in there because I remember I was like 4 years old, but I remember it like it was yesterday. And this kid Javier's like, "Want to play?" I'm like, "Oh, sure." And we're just running around, and he's like, "Come over here, I gotta show you something." And he runs over and jumps up on the fence halfway, then climbs all the way up. And he's peeking over, and he's like, "Look." And I run over and jump up too, and pull myself up, and we got our feet on like the middle bar, and we're looking over, and we just see these cars passing by. He's like, "Watch this." And he pulls his pants down and just shits a turd into his hand.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Waits for a car to come, and just whips the turd right at the window. And it's just, and then he fucking pulls his pants up and just runs around like the other side of the house. And this car pulls over with poop on his window.
Fuck.
And they didn't even, they never found him. But right away, I was just like, this kid is a fucking weirdo.
You should do a series called Filming Locations where you go to places where scenes in your life happen. You say, my life is a movie.
Yep.
Like Nate
Damn.
RV Nate does. Like he goes to the Napoleon Dynamite
Wow.
School.
His life is a movie. His life is following movies around.
Yep. I'm gonna have Lights Camera Jackson review my life.
I'm reviewing Driving Miss Daisy. But in my case, it's fucking Miss Daisy.
Oh, come on now.
That's the movie his
Damn.
life is.
Okay.
I'm just describing it. I don't know what the issue is. It's less gross than me saying that she got boiled in the hot tub and it was just a bunch of green sludge. And it looks like when
Come on.
you don't clean the leaves out of the pool. That's what it looked like after she got
Like a bunch of mildew.
You know.
came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I got pulled over, and my buddy and I were like driving back from the gym. We got some post-gym pizzas, and we were going to meet up with our other friend to play Diablo 2 all night on LAN. And
Fuck yeah.
I dropped off my one friend at his car, and the other one was in the back seat. And so he was like, fuck, I don't want to like go walk up to the front. Like, it's only 5 minutes. Like, I'll stay in the back. But with my license at the time in BC, I was only allowed to have one passenger. And we're like a block away from his house. And I just bought this car, and I get pulled over. And 2 cops come up, one on each side, and they like knock on my buddy's side window, and they like start talking to him too, and they want to run his like his ID. I'm like, what the fuck did we do? Like, I wasn't speeding. Like, my friend actually was like, as we passed the cop car that was parked on the side of the street, was like, oink oink, fucking pigs. And we thought that maybe they had like some super new technology where they could like hear us say that shit.
Oh yeah,
and
They're lip readers.
Made you paranoid.
But we like wait forever, and our pizza's getting fucking cold, and like our other friend was like driving by and like laughing at us and pointing, and he like did like 3 drive-bys where he was like laughing at us. And they come up and they're like, so what, are you driving Miss Daisy? And I was like, what? I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And then they come back, and like we were like, why are they what's Miss Daisy? Like, what the fuck are they? And so the cops come back, and I'm like, you said driving Miss Daisy earlier, what's that? And they're like, oh, it's a movie. I'm like, oh, okay. But I guess what had happened is my taillights were out because I was missing a fuse on this new car, and like I hadn't driven it at night yet. And they like got all up my ass when they asked like, why is he driving back there? Are you transporting him? Like, I'm like, no, he's just back there because he dropped another friend off. And like, well, in your license it says that you're not allowed to have more than like one passenger. I'm like, yeah, well, I only have one passenger right now. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
And they're like,
proof that I had 2.
yeah.
Oh, I lied then.
And so they're like,
It was my
usually
sex doll.
we'd have to tow you, but because it's just a block away, we're gonna put our lights on and escort you. And I drove like 60 feet to his house, and I'm like, all right, cool, we're there, and had to pay a fucking $80 ticket. Cox.
It's so weird. That was
Christ.
pre-Uber, so I guess
Yeah.
that didn't even come up, that you might have someone in the backseat of your car, and it's like, ooh, got someone in your car. Ooh, look at Mr. I've got someone in the backseat over here. Fancy.
I worked a browser-based Uber that way before Uber. Actually, I think it got sold to the guys that ended up selling another sort of similar company to Uber. But you could go online on this website and just basically reserve a ride at like 2:30, like whatever the bar closes at, whatever bar you'll be at. And then we'd show up and follow them home in their car. So it was sort of like Uber, but they were in the backseat of their own car with us driving.
There should be an Uber.
We made so much money doing that.
There should be an Uber where someone calls you, they're too drunk to drive, and you follow them with your car in their car while they're driving home. So you get to watch them. You're sort of just babysitting them on the road. Cop can't pull them over because you're like, hey, I got this one. I'm following behind him. So I'm gonna if he crosses.
One of us be driving their car home, just a stranger that's paying us, like the company. But the funniest is like when my brother would be driving in their car, and then it'd be just like this boomer couple that was just drinking, this rich couple, and they had gotten into a fight, so the wife will ride with my brother up in their car, and the guy will come ride with me because he's pissed. And he's like, you got a cigarette? It was awesome.
Mind if I smoke in your car?
Dude, that was 2007. That's how far before Uber that was.
Damn.
When your friends ever picked you up, did you ever do the bit of getting into the back seat when like no one else was in the car?
Yeah. All the time.
So it made it look like they were chauffeuring you around.
I'd piss my friend off because I would jump in and then just sort of like lay down with my head against the thing and just look at my phone. He'd be like, "Come on, man."
I used to do that to my parents when I was a baby.
Nice.
When
I would get in the back seat just to piss them off.
I was really young when I was a baby.
My car seat.
Me too, dude.
I got into
I
my
was
car
younger than
seat
you.
when I was a baby, and it was so annoying for them.
Yeah.
The one thing that used to piss my friends off would be taking out their headrest while they're driving.
That's
on the
funny.
ground.
That's so annoying.
And they're like leaning there. And they're like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Put it back." I'm like, "Oh, I can't find it."
We'd put it in backwards too in my friend's car. So he'd
Yeah.
come and
Oh,
sit,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
He'd get on the highway and then put his head down. It'd be like the rounded part.
Yeah.
So he'd just like. Good prank.
Yeah, I would try to grab the wheel and make them crash.
I would start sucking them off. Huh?
Yeah. I would just
Man.
start screaming and opening all the windows and trying to make them have a car accident. and that's why they made me sit in the back seat.
We would have a friend too that he would like ask like, pick me up, I'll give you gas. So we'd be going to like the movie theater or something, and we go to a gas station, and he's like, I got it. He'd pull up, he'd pump, and he'd be out there for like 20 seconds pumping and be like, all right, we're good. It's so funny. You look over, it's like 218.
Yeah, that's what I that's all your gas I used.
That's so
dude,
awesome,
that's basically
dude.
it is. He's like, I did the math. I'm like,
My
all right.
friend who passed away like a couple years ago, I've told many stories about him.
The rich kid with the dirty house?
No. This is
Oh, it's a different guy.
Yeah, this is a different guy. This is a guy who
This guy did
like,
Molly in his
bought-
room.
Yeah, he did Molly in his room, staying up all night to stomp him around.
Room.
So
Yeah, I remember.
there was when we lived together, there was this period of time where he was just like collecting gasoline and the canisters.
In the house?
Good.
No, outside.
Outside? Okay.
And yeah, and like he was supposed to do like lawns and like he had like mowers and stuff, and I just don't think he ever did. But he had all this gasoline. And
He was a tanky dude. He had his own gas reserves like Putin.
He would you would buy him a drink at the bar, and like instead of him buying you a drink in response, he was like, oh, like just go take some gas. I'll give you some gas later. I'll give you some gas.
Oh
We would
my
like buy
God.
food. We would buy food for the house, like buy a bunch of pizzas, whatever. And everybody comes over, and so it's like $20 a person. He'd be like, oh, like I'll just pay. Just take some gas. Take a canister of gas if you want. He was trying to like barter goods.
Dude, that's
with,
the
like,
original
this
gas fee for crypto.
That's
I
Homer
know.
Simpson with the sugar.
I know.
Do you think he was a siphoner? Do you think he went around at night like Spike and
No.
sucked on hoses?
He
and
would. He
siphoned
was
people?
not. He would not have worked that hard.
Yeah,
I think he
it was all
legitimately-
night sucking on a garden hose.
That would be tough.
I was
He
stealing petroleum.
legitimately. I think like what he would do is he would go to Giant Eagle, which is a grocery store, and they had the gas fuel perks, and he would just use his like perks to buy like gas at like 50 cents off. And he was also at the gas station all the time because he would buy like beer and liquor at Giant Eagle and wine at Giant Eagle, and then he would buy all of his food at the gas station.
Oh,
Christ.
And
Fuck yeah.
and
That'd be a
then
great game
like
show.
he would just
Living off
he
a
would
gas station
just
for a year.
he would just have all this gasoline and just try to exchange it for stuff. And you're just like, man, I live here and I don't want to fucking do this little charade. Just give me $20.
Bro, that
He's
is
like, no, man, I'll just fill up your car
That's
later.
such a
I was like,
crazy
I
scam.
don't
Did you used
need-
to live in Fallout?
Yes.
that is
we
so
trade- yeah.
Bartering gasoline?
That's such a crazy scam.
It's
It would work at a
it's
couple
not-
points in history.
He's not
Yeah,
even
barely
it's not
even
even a
works as a
scam
scam.
because it's not because like he couldn't scam us.
If you were like in a hurricane or something,
Yeah.
there are like very few situations where it would be good to have
Yeah,
that.
that's what I mean. Like, there's
In a
like,
lot
he
of
just
bad
made
ones.
he just made every situation like inconvenient for himself and for others at all times.
yeah, but dude, if
That's
shit,
amazing.
if shit hit the fan, dude, he'd be a huge target, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of asking for gas, the SWM Vlogs guy was streaming again. He streams every day, but like for an hour, and it's mostly him looking at his phone. And I watched the one yesterday, and he had this woman come in, and at first I thought it was a troll, but it was a real woman who said she was in Kansas City, and she's a single mother, and she's doesn't seem super bright. And she came in and was like, "Hey, what's up? You're my boyfriend," and like
Oh no.
that kind of shit. And at first I thought like, oh, this is someone fucking with him. And then he started acknowledging her,
Okay.
and she was like, you know, can you get off? Do you want to talk to me or something? And he would be like, no, I got to stream. And she would like come back in and say like, hey, do you want to come visit me? And he would say like, no, I don't have money for gas. But if you could like give me, and she was like talking about like giving him Apple Pay so he could pay for gas to get over there. And she's like in his stream chat. This is like a woman that he's talking about. This is all like stuff that she said in his chat, and there's no one else in the chat. Apparently they met on Facebook dating.
Okay.
There's
And
a
he's-
Facebook dating.
And this is a woman who's like, you know,
Oh,
an overweight
God.
woman who's like can't spell anything right, and she lives in a trailer in Kansas City 3 hours away. And he's like just chatting up all these women who he doesn't really care about.
Mr.
because he-
180-mile range.
I know.
yeah, he gets
dude.
to feel like he's cool. Like, oh, I got this woman who I'm like, I can't even afford to drive out there to fuck her, but she's texting me. Look, she texted me.
Dude, I wish I had
so
a,
pathetic.
Dude, oh, babe, I wish I had a spaceship so I could fly out there and fuck you, but unfortunately I got no gas.
It's so depressing because you can see what he did where like he's had past partners before that he did vlogs about, where if you're like 21 or something like that, you can get away with being the watch me play video games boyfriend. Like you can get away with that more because it's like, okay, maybe he's going to grow up, he's going to get a job, he's going to get a car, he's going to figure it out, he's not going to be like this. But he's so old that nobody his age or like nobody that he would want is going to be willing to do that. They're not going to be willing to sit in his stream that 2 people are watching and watch him play with 8-year-olds and try to shit talk them. Yeah, so you just
it does sound like
make the radius bigger and bigger, and people. And she was like, she clearly didn't know about Fortnite, and she was trying to talk about like country music, and he said, "I don't like country."
Oh,
so you're like, he's just decided that like I'm not going to improve myself at all. I'm not going to try to be a little more conscientious to people. I'm not going to get interests other than this one game that I suck dick at. So I guess I'm just gonna find this woman who's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? What's up? I'm just taking." Also she had a kid named Odin.
Oh God.
She had a son named Odin.
Wait, is that he was born with one eye?
And it made me think of the I ride into infinity. All those TikToks, the Viking people who think they're so badass, and like that's who it is. It's someone naming their kid Odin.
Going through the TikTok sounds like that are so good. Like I was going through the fucking. This is how legends are made. Oh, that one's
everyone thinks their life is so
horrible.
badass.
It's just everyone has a job where they get a little bit dirty taking videos. Slow
Michael
motion.
might remember, but there was a YouTuber, not even a YouTuber, just a guy on YouTube that I would watch every once in a while who, like, just this big fat white guy from Southern Ohio who named his son Kratos.
Kratos.
So sick.
Yeah. And like, just like, they're just trash. And you look them up on Facebook and it's just like transphobic, homophobic, racist, bigoted posts. and he's just like, oh, my son's Kratos. And like the kid just, God bless him. Nothing against him, but he was born. He was born in a very bad situation. So nothing's good going to come out of his life.
It's awesome to do that, especially when it's supposed to be a reference to mythology. Like, you could just find a real mythological figure that's a normal name in God of War, or that it's based on.
Or
Ares.
you can look around at your house and see a brand and name them that.
It doesn't have to be a character from the game.
You can name your kid Lacoste and have it. You can have it
lactose.
Spell check to lactose all the time.
That's the best, when someone has a kid and they spell their name 2 different ways in every other Facebook post. It's like, fucking goddamn.
That was one of the Irish travelers. They have a kid named Lacoste, but it always autocorrects to lactose, and the grandparents are saying happy birthday. And Lactose got a dog for her birthday, and the dog's name is, by her choice, is Cartman.
Cartman the dog.
How old is this kid?
She was young.
Lacoste is
I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah, she's been.
I hope there isn't a 3-year-old that they're watching South Park all day and they don't even know.
Oh, more than
She's
likely.
either a teenager or 51.
Yeah, most of you can't tell how old the travelers are until they get to about 50.
Yeah.
Because then you can clearly tell. Most of the men don't live past 36. Most of the kids actually don't live past
they have the life
1.
expectancy of a male in Deadwood in the 1850s.
Yeah.
They have a lot of salt.
The babies somehow the babies get out of the trailers, and the main hobby that many of these travelers have is called looping. And there's a circle there, and they just drive their cars and their trucks in a circle, and I think a lot of the kids just get hit.
Also something they would do in
trucks.
Deadwood.
Yeah. And so you'll just see you'll see these posts like, oh, Rodeo Money's birthday, and then it's a month later, R.I.P. Rodeo Money, you're the best, we love you.
It reminds me a lot of Saudis and Emiratis, the way it's people who were pre-modern until fairly recently, and then they suddenly, obviously they don't have oil money, but they're exposed to this sort of McMansion way of life, this ex-urban, the big trucks and the fake McMansion facades and all this stuff, and the fake Rolexes and all this. In the way they flash it and they try to ball with it is just very clumsy and awkward sometimes. And a lot of them will just die in cars.
All of them. All of them will die in cars.
They're just like not used to it. They're like
They're all
their grandfather never drove a car, so it's like kind of new.
The most eerie videos they have are their wedding videos or like these dances they do where all the like younger girls all dress up in these like really fancy, like basically prom dresses. And they all get on the dance floor and somebody sets up a camera, and then on the outskirts is like a ring of all the adults, and they're all just clapping like kind of slowly, not to the beat of music, not to their own beat basically. And then you have these girls with like one guy who's either like it's either like his birthday or he's the groom, and he's kind of he's dancing and not moving his feet and just like moving his shoulders like up and down. And then you have these girls and they do this weird dance move where they shake like their hands in front of them and just sort of like move their legs around and just walk around.
So almost like they're playing like turntables with their two hands.
Basically, yes.
For the listeners at home.
Yeah. And so I'm demonstrating, but you can't see it. But so they're doing this and they'll start doing this and like one walks out and then two walks out and then three walks out. Then you have this whole dance floor of all these like girls who you can't tell their ages. It's very weird because like one of them's getting married and you're like, you can't get married. You're not supposed to be getting married. And then like, so there's like 30 girls all doing this like around one guy. And then you have all these adults who are like 35, but they look like they're 60 and they're just doing like a slow clap around it, and it's just eerie and creepy, and it just looks like a big cult thing.
And they're all related. They all have the same
they're all
last
related.
name.
Yeah, they're all cousins. Everyone's
all
related.
cousin marriages. Every single one of them.
You know what's cool? They're like tall hobbits. There's only like 4 family names.
Because I mean, even the adults look weird, especially as they get older. But some of these new generation babies, they're all like mega minds, where they just have these giant heads with like throbbing veins. And they just look scary, and you're like, no, like, please, you need to end the bloodline now.
They need to just get someone in there. Just
nobody
get some
in
new
there.
people in there.
We don't need them spreading. Just end the bloodline.
Even the British royal family, they got a black lady.
The kids
just
look
so
like,
it doesn't get like that.
The kids look like if the kids in Jimmy Neutron were in Xavier Renegade Angel.
And they're not related to they're not related to Romani at all. They're just Irish, but they are genetically distinct. It's so weird. They're like an inbred population.
They do have a sort
Irish
of
people.
the same, like the custom of them buying the fucking ugly McMansions with the steep roofs and shit, but they actually live in the trailer behind it, and there's nothing inside of the house.
It's Arrested Development.
Well, I'll send this right here. This is in a part of Romania where the Roma there do the same thing with these places. They're mostly empty.
Yeah.
Or they'll have like one room furnished and do like an Airbnb type situation.
Yeah.
But like the bigger the better. It's like just these. It basically, for the listener, it looks like the most extravagant doll house you can think of. But if you made it in a video game and put too many roofs on and shit, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like convergent cultural evolution.
Yeah.
Like when people they're outsiders in some way, they come into money for the first time, or they're like trying to participate in society, but there's this sort of like veil over it that prevents them from fully participating, so it has this eerie feeling where it's a little bit of both.
Right.
Yeah, the idea of like that new money, and like it just doesn't fit in anywhere.
It's like the newest of new money, like Beverly Hillbilly style, where it's like, oh shucks, we get a running water for the first time.
It looks to me like if someone asked me to draw what I think like a Chinese temple looks like, and I'm just trying to do it from memory and have no real fucking idea, that's what would spit out.
Because that's all you see with the Irish travelers too. It's like these like like pre-housing crisis McMansions that they build, like these giant ones with like this huge open foyer with like that's the only room that has any furniture because they take photos in there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they have these
minimal
little
windows
rundown-
too, despite it being a McMansion.
Oh, yeah.
There will be
Absolutely.
just fucking 3
Don't look
sides
in.
with no windows.
Don't look in.
Glass is
Don't look
expensive.
in.
It's more expensive than fiberglass insulation and the paper you put on the outside.
They'll also like if you go there, they'll tail you, and like they won't leave you alone until you leave. Like they would tail like the Google car would drive through, and that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to go there.
Yeah, it just got new coverage this spring, so some guy had to go whoop.
Yeah, okay. I'm just driving real quick. Don't worry.
Oh, it's crazy though. Now that there's like a there's like a 10-year gap between coverage now on Google because a lot of the streets got new coverage in the spring. And there's so many new ones that have popped up in the past decade. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's funny you mentioned that because like when I first kind of learned about them, like in 2020, or dove deeper into them.
Yeah.
I would look at their Twitter pages and I would look at their Instagram pages, and they would post all this stuff, and they would post like packages they got from, whatever place is fake making like Gucci. And they would post their address on like with the box. And so I was like, okay, let me just sort of look this address up. And on Google, it would just be a field. It was just a field of nothing.
Yeah. But
I was like, that's interesting.
In the village where they're real concentrated in South Carolina, the older coverage, there's like the little kids wearing with like the spiked hair, like they're Righteous Gemstones kids driving the Gucci golf carts around. It's fucking crazy. Like just random Google car catches that on any given day. It's so bizarre.
There was a case
it really is
against
Ricky
a bunch
Bobby
of
type
them.
families.
It was 2018. There was a big case against 5 of them. People with the same names. They're all Sherlocks. And
Yes.
They were doing like Medicare fraud and Medicaid fraud and loan fraud and like getting life insurance policies on people and cashing them out and all this stuff.
That's the Texas ones. The Texas ones are murderers. The South Carolina ones are like, they're very
Drunkards.
scary. Yeah, they're
won't
dark.
finish your driveway.
They're thinking about them too much is really dark, but the Texas ones are like, they're the ones who harass Hog every day. Those are the Texas guys.
They poke and prod him with hot sticks.
Yeah. And
Why do they harass him? They have
because
an actual.
they hate the way he looks. Yeah. Like he is annoying. I hate the way he looks too.
Wait, they actually like through what on Twitter?
Dude,
Yeah, on Twitter.
Hog has
we
the
show
same...
Hog all the time.
Oh, I know Hog. I mean,
Yeah.
I've just never seen him being hassled by other travelers.
Oh, you got to click on the tweets that we send. And you'll see the people just being like, "You fat pig." You
yeah, I mean,
sweaty
he does look
motherfucker."
like he's speed running
He
hypertension.
deletes a lot of shit too if he gets
Yeah, he
replies
does.
to it.
So, but now he's trying to fight back and like he's replying and like adding them to like leave his like, quit looking at my timeline. It's really funny. But and I think I've told this story before, the Texas Sherlocks, what they will do and what they have done and gotten arrested for is take life insurance out on a random person and then kill that person and then cash it in. And
crazy.
Not really thinking like, oh, we could get caught doing this.
Yeah, wasn't there? Didn't they get wrapped up where there's 30 of them, associated with it? 30 people, man.
Yeah. Like the South Carolina ones, they just want to paint your barn with watered down paint, one coat, and then you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
The Texas ones are like, I think we'll just
Let me
kill you.
scam you once. I'll get out of your state. I'll get out of your life.
You'll never hear from me again. You're out $500. Great business deal.
Your driveway looks
11
awesome.
The frauds included 11 different policies written by Williamson on a chain-smoking, unemployed Irish traveler woman named Margaret Sherlock who lived in a camper. One of those policies paid out $400,000 when she died. So they're just like they're taking out a bunch of life insurance policies on a StreamYard person.
Yes. That's what we need to start doing.
Yeah, like they do it on random people and they don't realize that. Like
they'll investigate that.
Some states have laws about that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of states have laws about that. Like, you can't just take out a life insurance policy on your neighbor without asking them. You have to be sometimes
You
they'll
have to
do
be
fraud.
like
they'll say like, "Oh, I'm her nephew," and they are big.
You'd
they
have
do
to
have
believe
big
it.
enough families.
Yeah.
'Cause, like when they say, "Oh yeah, that person's my great aunt. That's my grandma. I grew up with her." They would be like, "Okay,
These
maybe."
people are notorious for those areas, so the people that are supposed to even investigate that shit, they look at it for 1 second and go, "All right, see you later.
I already know.
Bye bye. Don't want to talk to
No,
you.
yep.
You're
Somewhere
gonna-
in there, it
I'll be
happened.
next. Goodbye."
It's somewhere in the traveler bandit hideout.
Yeah, just a reminder of some of their other funnier gimmicks that are not murder and defrauding old women while they're dying from smoking.
Mhm.
They do once or twice a year. The families, Game of Thrones style, get together for a big charity golf tournament, and they all do a buy-in.
Yeah.
And then whoever's organizing it yanks all the money and just disappears
Yeah.
for the rest of the year.
They
Then
they
someone
do
does it again
that.
the next year.
They do that like
That's so
even more.
cool.
It's like quarterly. They have these quarterly golf
Yeah,
events.
your family's trying
where-
to scam everyone. Everyone pay in.
Yeah, they'll just be like, "All right, $400, play 18. Let's
The funny
go."
thing
So,
is,
Father
one of
Charian.
One of them is really
Charity
fucking
course.
good at poker, and he's like
Yeah,
the shit. He's the actual like Kenny Powers of the family. Like
he finished
has
like
a bunch
25th in the last like.
He has a bunch of Frankenstein kids falling around being like, "Yeah, that's my uncle. Yeah, he got a whole suitcase of money. Yeah." Awesome.
I love the driveway scam that they do. Like, if you had a 1-inch long driveway, somehow they would still do half of
It's called
it.
tarmacking.
Well, I love because they have like pavers and stuff, and my boy Taryn is a paver, and he'll post pictures, and it's like, you painted that driveway. You didn't pave it. You painted it. It looks exactly the same.
watered down whitewash.
Karen's coolest activity is posting one of these. You work hard, play hard, and it's him fucking whipping around the front side yard on his 4-wheeler, and the video is 15 FPS somehow.
That is the
2023.
funniest video of all time because he's going like 1 mile per hour, and it's like,
It's like you're watching it on the fucking Switch.
It's 140p going 1 mile per hour, and you're just like, "Let's go, Taryn."
What are these
You're a
filmed
man.
that
Flat
way?
grass.
I feel like that video should have a watermark for whatever phone he's using. It's just on there by default.
I love the Traveler so much.
They give
are
me so much joy.
Just
I will
endless
never,
joy.
I will never give their handles out because I don't want them ruined.
No,
but you guys
no.
just gotta enjoy them.
If you
Yeah,
know,
they're
you
very
know.
interesting.
They are. A few of them like noticed that I was following them on Instagram, probably because I switch my name all the time. And
Oh yeah,
they'll
they're
just
like,
be
I
don't
love
think I
eating
let-
dog poop followed me.
Yeah, they're
I
like-
love my bed bugs. I love smegma.
Mr. Yeast infection.
My smegma is Mr. My smegma so nasty just followed you.
and so then they'll like block me or soft block me because they're like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I have
But
them on
I
a
used
list
to-
on Twitter so they can't see
Yeah.
that I follow.
Yeah, they're
you on a list,
bookmarked on
pal.
Twitter, but like their Instagrams are just they post more on Instagram than they do Twitter because it's like photos. So they love photos. They don't really like typing things out all that well.
If I was a rich executive producer, they would be the next reality show of families on television. I don't care.
Oh, for sure. They could do a Real Housewives right now.
They can't.
No?
Oh, yeah,
because
they're too
they did-
insular.
They did the you know how they had it's a TV show, but it was like the gypsy weddings, right?
Yeah, that's on
Right,
YouTube. A lot of
yeah.
the eps.
So one of the couples was an Irish traveler, and they
Yep.
were getting married, and they got
I
like
hate that
basically
guy in the episode.
they got excommunicated from the
shit.
community for putting
For woke.
like, for being on TV and
Yeah,
like,
they're super
showing,
insular.
Yeah,
They'll
super
exile you
insular.
for talking to outsiders and stuff. Well, you're
Yep.
a snitch, basically, no matter what you're doing. Like, you can't go there and be an investigative journalist and be like,
Mm-mm.
I want to learn about your people. They'll be like, no, you don't want to learn about us.
There's like
We-
very few articles about them.
Bunch of guys with Notre Dame avatars coming at you.
Yeah, because like again, like if you drive through the neighborhood, they're following you with their car, like with their car. Like people have driven in and
It's
left,
very
and there
similar to
was,
the
like,
Joseph
bullet
Morgan
holes.
videos where he goes to some tiny village in Azerbaijan and like the guy follows him
Yeah.
around in the car. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. And that's probably the most unsafe you could feel here. It's just driving through.
that is
an Irish
true.
And that's
traveler
being
city.
white, too.
Yeah.
We haven't even... This is in South Carolina. I don't...
No, the Irish. They like Drew followed them on like a lot of their private accounts. He made an account where he's like
He followed
pretending
them
to
around in real life.
and
yeah.
and like on their locked accounts, they say just evil shit about just basically anyone you can think of. Anyone that's
bet.
not them.
There's one shield you can have if you go through that town. You be wearing a Roman collar and say you're a priest. No matter what race you are, they'll think you're swag, and you may pass.
How did you guys do in the ZP challenge?
What's the ZP challenge?
You know, the annual Walmart fitness challenge for their employees?
Oh,
How did you guys do in it?
Oh, I won.
Oh, that's...
What are the-
wow.
Yeah, I beat this really dumb piece of shit. And
what are the parameters?
I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I think it probably has to do with weight loss or steps or something.
I'm still working on my
But,
push-ups. I've got one.
Unfortunately, our old
I'm
friend
up to
Andrew
400 a day.
in 2018, he posted one of the most insane things. Could really use a lot of prayers and support now. I am going through the worst identity crisis I've ever been in. To start things off, I lost the ZP challenge and I put a lot of hard work into it. It broke me. The next day, my old boss had an argument with me, and I was already broken from the ZP challenge, and I got into constant arguments with him before, so I quit working for Walmart and I am working full-time for DoorDash.
Well, it's kind of
So
an unfair
imagine-
challenge. Like, it's ZP, it stands for zillion pounds, and that isn't even a real number. So, like, he was set up to fucking fail.
The zero potential
Imagine-
challenge. We won.
Imagine having a coworker who gets so invested in like the thing on the app where you put in your total steps and then you get like a $25 Amazon gift card or something like that. He gets so invested in that when he doesn't win, he gets all fucking pissed off like an 8-year-old. No, I fucking
His Zoomer coworker probably just did a cheat and like cheated his steps and won anyway and yoinked it from him.
And then he quits and storms out.
Almost as bad as if, like, you know, you were working, let's say the self-checkout, right? And someone asked you a question and you ignored them, and then they asked you again, you basically kind of ignored them. Then they said something snarky to you, so you got really mad and then followed them out into the parking lot and started yelling at them, maybe threatened to get your gun. Cops were called, then you got called into the manager's office. So on top of you getting, taken in and having to pay this ticket, you also got fired from your job. Almost as bad as that, right?
Yeah, that'd be real bad.
Yeah, and it would really suck if he applied to Amazon a couple years later and that came up in their background check, and then they asked him to post the case report and then his statement about it. That was the job that he was. I put it in the last episode, a little clip of his video that he did in the car saying that there was a sign from God, there was a Christian song on the Christian station, and that's why he's going to get this job at Amazon. And then he went in there and they said, hey, you got a misdemeanor for disturbing the peace, and like what's the deal with that? Oh yeah, that was from when I was harassing a customer at the job and followed him out to his car and screamed at him for 15 minutes.
Threatened him.
I mean, it was woke that set him up for that, so
yeah, it's not fair. Like, it sucks that like all this stuff happens, and it's nobody's fault but everybody else's.
And so he posted a prayer request about that in their Discord and said, remember when I mentioned on St. Patrick's Day how I got fired and got smacked in the face with a disturbing the peace citation? Well, that pinged on the Amazon's background check, and now they're asking for the case report and a full detail report on what happened. It was really unfair what happened to me that day, and a lot is riding on me getting this job because my current job is now cutting back hours. Not sure how I will get through things on lower pay, so please pray as much as you can so I can get this job. Thank you.
I have an idea. And can I say my idea?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not going to be giving less money to Melanie, right?
Never mind.
Okay, so
mind.
I guess we can say there's pretty much nothing he could do to save money.
Nothing. Never mind.
They were, they were
I
on.
thought-
She did her debut Kick stream,
Oh, that was so fun.
and the thing about Kick is that they don't have a lot of protections on there, and that you can use the temp mail website to make hundreds of accounts and
I use that for all
go
my
in there
emails.
as, lots of Morgan Tackett's and Andrew Robbs and Justin Lingle's in there saying all kinds of stuff.
the
Hard to tell
fake-
who the real one was.
The fake Justin Lingle that said, hey, I found a bone buried in my backyard. You want me to send it to you? It's one of the funniest.
Yeah, can I have your address so I can send you this bone? That was so funny.
I couldn't stop laughing at that. That was
That was
so
a really funny
funny.
one.
Because that's just something he would do.
Yeah.
Hey, sis, just found the sick bone.
Yeah.
Want me to mail
Hey,
it?
I
sis,
cleaned
I-
off some chicken bones.
Hey, sis, I killed a duck with a rock here. It's like
It was like duck hunt. It was
I
like
made
duck
it
hunt,
into a
but I
necklace
was the
here.
one
We're
laughing,
gonna
not the
just kill
dog.
like a cat. Here, we're family, sis.
We're family, sis. I love you like
I
a
love
sister.
you like a sister and nothing else, sis.
What did they say that they had to ban like 109 accounts throughout the whole stream?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
and they
make-
said
I
it was
didn't
all
even-
from the same
Yeah,
guy.
I
yeah.
didn't even
Kevin.
make one, which is also
one
not
evil
true.
fucker.
Yeah, Kevin is a demon.
I think everything, anyone who replies to them or anyone who says anything mean to them is this one guy, Kevin, because there was a guy who made 3 different accounts called Kevin where he was taunting AR.
But it's great because they all think it's this one Kevin. So everybody's creating new accounts with the name Kevin. And so they all think it's like one guy making 109 accounts and bothering them.
Well, I think Kevin should chill.
And they just,
Yeah, Kevin, hey, knock it off, Kevin.
and they never think for a second about how, like, so many of these guys in this community, even the guys who are objectively, they suck, like Extreme Nerd Pat.
I hate
any
him.
of
He's
those
the one who set
guys-
up the block list.
or Watley, like, those guys are losers, but
Watley.
no one's really messing with those guys because they're
No.
boring and they don't post shit about, like, oh, I brought a gun to the gym over and over again. I brought a gun in my fanny pack and it's against the rules. And why am I getting bit? Like, he doesn't
packing.
He doesn't do that shit. Those guys, they tell AR not to do that shit, but
Yeah.
they never get it. It just never gets through to them because they're all so stubborn and narcissistic that they have to, like, they all think they're literally in like a divine battle with Satan. And anyone who tells them, hey, you can't bring 57 bullets into the gym every day, they're like, no, God told me to do it. God told me I have to come tribute
I'm in
Melanie
warfare.
Mack.
I should be able to get my way whenever I
That's
want.
my favorite, was seeing the guy complaining about, we had to ban 110 accounts or whatever, and Morgan Mocktag replying saying, he's got no life. Okay, man, you're sitting around drawing crayon drawings and shit. Go find it.
Well, that's
40 women.
That's the best because like so he got his 2 accounts blocked by Melanie Mack and then started
2
a
of
third
6,
account.
yeah.
And he's like, oh no, they were impersonating me as he's saying that from like a full account.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
can't
"God, what do you-"
complain. That's the thing.
That's what you do. You're doing this right now.
Like someone impersonated him and they were copying and pasting shit he said.
I realize why so many people like that are annoying, like they have like just 3 accounts randomly, and it's like, oh, you just get blocked by everybody. You need to be able to see
Yeah.
their tweets on something.
They also get
It's the
locked
same
out.
thing Mikey Miles did with Sarah. Like there was a video Sarah posted on her Instagram story years ago where she was scrolling through all these different accounts like Mikey Hermely 3, Mikey Hermely 4, Mikey
were
Miles,
so many.
Hermely, M
Yeah.
Miles 13. It's all him with different permutations of his name because he thinks if he can just get one more, he can say, "Hey,
Yeah.
sorry for being weird the last 300 times. I just wanted to say I'm really nice and I'm cool
And I love you."
and you should fuck me. You should fuck me. I'm normal. I won't kill you.
I'm a normal guy.
I'm
I'm
regular.
probably too weak to kill you. You're probably stronger than me. Fuck me.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, anybody is.
That woman he was stalking was like 6'2".
Yeah.
She could step on him.
Nope.
That's what he wants.
No.
That's what he wants. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
just-
what we all want.
Well, speak for yourself. I think
Mike, you
it's
should
just-
go to Ukraine. Can you imagine a little selfie just in a foxhole? His little gun.
Oh my god. I would love to send him to war.
He would look like one of the
Well,
Doge.
who's the president
he would look
over
like
there
one of
right
the
now?
Doge NAFO avatars.
Ooh, an
Who's
actor.
the president over there right now? A Jewish actor.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Starting to see
Yeah.
the similarities. Him and Zelensky.
Starting to see the similarities.
Oh, man.
I
Nobody,
think like
nobody tell Mikey that. Mikey, you should go to Ukraine.
there's a lot
Now,
of
there's
opportunities
something-
in the Ukraine.
Now, there's something worth
Mikey.
giving money Mikey for.
Yeah,
Money Mikey.
I think
Money Mikey.
if you set up a fund to send him to Ukraine, I would donate money to
Bro,
as long as
that
it
shit would be-
guarantees that he gets
that
sent
shit would be triple funded in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
Join
many
the
people-
army.
Do you know how many people would fucking give up way too much of their paycheck to send Mikey Miles to Ukraine just for the content?
I would love to have him
I
do
just landed
drawings over
here.
there.
I'm in Luhansk now. I'm fighting for the other guys.
Doing his shitty little stick figure drawings of like a bombed out apartment building or a bunch of gurneys being wheeled past to injured people. Like these harrowing portraits of the war zone from our US correspondent. It's like people smiling and there's a big sun with a smiley face.
Fuck. Ghost of Kiev. So
Ghost
Ghost
of Kiev. The ghosted of Kiev.
I just want like a selfie of Mikey just wearing just fucking full kitted out, but wearing like the tack goggles that are just one big piece across, and his fucking eyes are magnified a little bit and crossed. His nose is like it's just like a bird in front of a fucking trail camera.
They should turn him into a Lakitu and put him on a cloud. The turtle with the big glasses
That put
just
him-
annoys
yeah.
people.
That's what they're gonna send him to
They should
Ukraine
turn
and
Mikey
do.
into a bullet bill on a missile. Fuck.
Man, I fucking hate when a bullet bill comes through the saloon doors. I hate it.
I mean, we talked about it. I think it's okay. I've changed my stance on it. I think Bullet Bill is okay by me.
I saw one going down the street the other day. It was going like 10 miles an hour. People had to pull over to the sides like an ambulance.
The states are crazy.
I'm not gonna.
It's dangerous down here.
I'm not gonna be able to get Freedom Fighter Mikey out of my head now. We need a guy that's small that's been practicing running and diving down hills and rolling.
You know what? That's a good point. He is like preparing for war with all those videos.
He's immune to all diseases.
You need to be able to. You need to be able to stay in this stairwell for up to 9 hours at a time.
You must be
problem.
fine with cockroaches running all over your body. Okay.
Only
You can
roaches.
eat about whatever.
Only roaches.
I don't mind roaches. Get away from those bed bugs. Yeah, you don't know when's the next time you're gonna eat, and it might be really gross. You might be eating steak that we pull out of the freezer that's been sitting there for half a year.
The last thing he did was he got a $2 bill and change from the bodega, and he thinks it's worth money now. He thinks it's worth $1,000.
It's worth $2.
Well, yeah, it is
He
worth
posted
money.
an Instagram story where he Googled like worth of $2 bill, and it showed like one of the Google results was the 1890 $2 bill is worth $1,000 now. He's like, wow, this could be. It's like, no, that's the one from this year. It's worth $2.
That's like a little kid reading the Beckett magazine when he buys a pack of cards, being like, "This whole pack's worth $74." It's like, no, it's not.
I do love the little kid idea of being told you should hold on to that $2 bill. They're not all that common. You're like, oh yeah, I'll put this
My
in
friend
bank.
literally yelled at me when I went to a Browns game when I was like 7, and I bought a Vuvuzuela off the sidewalk, and I used a $2 bill, and he's like, dude, you can't use that's worth like $5. Like, no, it says 2 on it.
No,
dude.
it's not.
Yeah.
Well, the Vuvuzela is worth $100.
Doubled your money.
That thing
dude.
was awesome.
That's so awesome. Mikey's gonna buy one condom with that from a bodega.
Tom said bank, but I know he meant piggy bank, but I like to think of the idea of being like, oh, wow, $2 bill, I got to hold on to this forever, and then cashing it into the bank, and they put it in the bank. It's like, yeah, I'm saving that $2 bill in the bank.
getting like a safety deposit box.
Yeah, you get a safe for your
$2.
$2 bill. It means a lot to me. It's worth $1,000. So like, okay.
My fucking
You just deposit it and you ask for it back, and they give you 2 ones. Like, what?
Huh?
Where's the? No, that's $2. What?
When I worked at the gas
What?
station, we had a bunch of fucking like American tourists come in because we were like right on the Alaska highway, so they're all driving their RVs up there to Alaska, and they clearly would like get cash from like whatever bank in the U.S. and then like use it once they came to Canada. And so one day, someone came in and paid for their shit, and they had a crisp Canadian $1 bill, which I think they stopped circulating in like the 60s, but it looked like it was fucking brand new. And so
That's
I just
crazy.
like took a loonie from my pocket, switched the 2 out. Proud owner of a Canadian $1 bill.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I didn't
It's
actually.
probably worth $1,000.
I don't know they ever had a $1 bill, but that makes
Yeah.
sense.
What's the lowest paper money? 5
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Canada?
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is it worth today? Some are worth up to $350, and the final printing
Oh
was in
wow, it's worth
$1989.
$350.
Oh yeah, it must be worth $350 minimum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's the kid thing.
Going to the store. All right, I will buy $350 worth of.
What's the most valuable thing you
cigarettes
guys
and
have
beer?
found on the ground like that?
oh, my best ground score.
Just like money wise or whatever.
Needle with a little bit of heroin in it.
Yeah,
Nice.
big dog
20
turd.
bucks.
20, yeah, 20.
No,
Yeah, I think a 20.
I think probably 20. Most money I found. It's a 20.
Yeah.
When Andrew was like 10, we were leaving a pool or something, and he found a 50 stuck up against a chain link fence blown
Oh,
against it.
Damn.
Best day of his
That would've
life,
been great.
probably.
Yeah, I'm sure my parents totally let him keep the whole
He
thing.
should have bought a lottery ticket.
My dad probably did buy a scratch off with it. Like, very smart investment.
Well, it's not his money. His kid found it.
Well,
he's reinvesting.
that doesn't hold up in the dad's decision court of the car.
That's true. Yeah, now I
The
gotta take that.
DDCC.
Yeah.
It's an important council. You have to respect it.
No, we were poor anyway. Andrew's happy to get a toy, then give the rest to whoever or buy groceries.
Selfish.
times.
Yeah,
So-
50 would have been great.
I
That would have been like
I used to walk around the edges of because when I worked at the high schools as a custodian, they would make us do like a building check, but I'd always go and walk the fucking driveway because high schoolers are just clumsy and stupid and also don't care, and I would find literally $40 total a day, and like 5s and 10s and shit that were just blown up against the fence, or just quarters. They
were tipping you, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think you see as much money anymore. You don't see as much money on the ground.
This is basically the tail end of that shit too, really. Not
Whatever happened to money?
You see pennies a lot, but you don't see dollars on the ground. I don't know if it's because
Whatever happened to this?
Use cards more, or maybe there's more wind.
Do you guys still
maybe
pick up
there's
every
more
coin you
wind.
see?
Climate change.
I pick up every coin I see still.
Yeah, I pick up every penny I see because why not?
I only pick up quarters.
I don't see many
quarters.
pennies.
Only quarters? I pick up.
I'm kind of like
quarters. Nickels
and
dimes are good to have in the car in case you have a parking meter. It's good to have a couple of those.
Or parking meter now. You can bribe with
meters. Yeah, I got 5 dimes. Says you don't
a lot of them.
ticket.
A lot of them have a card thing, but
sometimes
you have to walk over to the other side of the parking lot to go to the machine.
Every parking lot here, like you can just do on your phone now.
Yeah,
it's all digital here.
Yeah,
So I could probably set that up here, but I don't have to pay for parking.
Yeah,
like every day. So.
No, only if you go downtown. Like downtown's the only place that has it, and like there's also places where like you don't get charged. And so
if you guys look up if you guys look up the type of parking meter it is, then go online, you could also find a way to just get the free one every time.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a code. You just gotta find the right Reddit post.
There's like street parking is free after 5 here or 6. But it's
yeah,
just
you don't
hard.
have to be
it
that
can be
cheap
hard
of a
find.
bastard, but if you do like work and you got to pay for parking.
I remember reading on like forums that you could do that on like Coke machines and like put in the specific code and it would shoot out like free bottles of pap. And so I like tried doing it in high school and it never fucking worked.
I get the menu, but
I remember
me too.
one of my most aughts memories was being at the Palace of Auburn Hills where the Pistons used to play. They had like a little rock and roll museum with a bunch of shit of people that played famous shows at the Palace. Like Madonna had one of her pointy bras there, like that type of shit. And it was
that's what gave her that infection.
Yeah. R.I.P. Madonna. Well, hopefully that's a bad joke. Hopefully she's fine. She's in ICU right now.
Oh shit.
No matter when this comes out, that's all I know right now.
I'm pulling for Madonna.
So no one laugh at us for making that joke. But yeah, this kid who kind of like he saw me and my friend. We went around the corner and they had one of those fucking just the kid's dream right here. We had a Vipers game actually. It was a hockey game at the time, not a Pistons game. And they had a slap shot machine, like test your speed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that line was a mile long. And we were standing in line with this kid and basically made friends with him because we were like 11 or whatever. And when you make friends with everyone, you contact. And he showed us how to do the Coke thing. We all got free shit from the vending machine. He's like, don't pay for that. I'll show you. And he had this little like fucking button combo and got us all free drinks. And then I did it at the machine at Cedar Point, and an employee saw me. And they were not happy.
But it worked there too, huh? Crazy.
It used to be a very fucking like bad kids website, like some fucking numbers and shit with a weird URL. It was great. That was the actual golden days of the internet. Helpful shit. Not saying slurs.
Well, that too. That was there too.
Yeah. It was yeah. The internet was just, kind of always about saying slurs, but now it's just centralized. So you can just show everybody your slurs as opposed to being on your forum.
Yeah, it's all in the freaking
Also, as an
site.
adult, I've known guys that run vending machines because I just work at places that have vending machines and you get to know the dude that comes in. And as an adult, I would never steal from a vending machine guy. Very few of them are making like a ton of money off those. They're all doing their best.
Yeah, like the guys who put it in like the local businesses, I don't think they make a lot of money because I think the places where everybody goes, they have their own like built-in ones.
It's similar to like the arcade guys that I used to watch. Like what was his Arcade Warrior was that little creep, and like he would brag about how much money.
You'd climb into the machine.
Yeah, he would brag about how much money he had, and like. He would open it up and like there would be like, 220s. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm rich today." And it's just like, all right, man, like
I'm arcade rich.
Like no one who cares. And then he has to like and Arcade Matt does the same thing. And he's not like bragging about it, but he has like those machines in that go-kart place and he'll start counting out the money. And then he has to split like 30% of it with like or even more than that with the go-kart place. So his take home over like 3 months is like $200.
Not bad.
Yeah,
But he makes money on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I mean he's fine. I think he said like I don't do this to like actually make money. It's just like I have these machines and like why not just put it there and then like make a little bit of money. So I get it, but it's just funny to like because you see all those guys like, damn, I need to make my passive income. I need to drop ship and I need to own vending machines. And what else can I do?
I want to be the guy that still owns and reloads the fucking spring-loaded bathroom condom machines that are like randomly still in diners and shit.
Well, you see, those ones get
putting
used
one
a
of
lot.
those up unauthorized, just screwing it in and leaving.
I'll say those ones get used a lot because after dinner, you're always going to need like a little mint afterwards, a little snack.
True. Yeah, chew on something.
So you get it. Yeah, you got to get the condom and chew on it.
Well,
Tasty,
that's why they have
healthy.
Band-Aids.
Zero
That's
sugar.
why they have Band-Aids.
I think the last time I remember seeing
Zero
one of those
aspartame?
with like the condoms in it was all the way up to like 2017 as well, and probably still there.
They're still in
Why would
some
you chew on a
gas
condom
stations.
if you have
Yeah,
Band-Aids?
gas station are definitely the most common.
Because like Band-Aids, they kind of wear out quicker. They're not as long.
That's why you have to reapply
They're
the
not as
Kool-Aid
chewy.
powder.
Don't get me
Well,
wrong,
yeah,
too. Those
but-
machines are important, but people should just be able to buy like a Lucy condom at the fucking counter. Like, dang,
Yeah.
That's
if you're-
true.
No,
From a guy.
No
From a guy I
protection. No, like none of the plastic around it.
There's a guy I know who sells
Yeah,
Lucy
it's
condoms.
open.
He rinses them out in the dishwasher.
There's a little
it's
little
hanging up
tree.
on a fishing hook. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little tree, and like you can just take a condom off and hand it to the guy, and he puts it in a
Yeah, they're
bag
up on the
for you.
cloth. There's a fish hook in the tip of it.
No,
Yeah, they're just hanging out to dry.
they're out of packages and rolled up, but they're inside of like one of those little plastic bulk candy things. You gotta scoop it.
It's in a caption.
Yeah, it's like
You get to the bottom and there is candy.
The
Like
little
M&Ms. Oh.
no,
a little
it's just
capsule.
it's rolled up condoms, but then like white gummy bears, so you can't really tell.
Ooh.
Put both in your mouth.
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
They should
I'm
make-
chewing on both.
They should make reusable silicone condoms that you just put in the dishwasher.
I think
I'm
they
sure
do.
they
For the
do.
environment, let's see. Silicone condom. Price in Pakistan, Sri Lanka.
Well, there we go.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah, I guess you can only use it in Pakistan.
Reusable
Oh,
Search
That's
silicondom.
condoms. Reusable
Silly
condoms
condom.
in India, in
Silly-
Pakistan.
oh, you're gonna get
in
silly
UAE.
condoms,
You're
like-
getting a silly condom. It's looking like a party
Once
hat.
with polka dots, it's gonna be like a prank one, or like it's like a bunch of ribbons come out of it, or it squirts water.
It's whoopee cushion material and it
There's a
farts.
website called Green Condom Club, and it says
Oh.
reusable condoms. Finally,
There should be a service. Okay, hear me out. There should be a service where you can send in your used condoms, and then they clean them, and then they send them back to you.
Oh,
That's why I slip them in my dry cleaning.
Well, I mean, but isn't it better to like
Nasty.
to help the
You
help
give
the
them wash
economy
some fucking pants and
support
your pants are full
support
of
this new
condoms.
business?
Yeah, it goes through the machine. It's good. What's the
That's so
problem?
nasty. No,
I
it'd
mean,
have
if
to
I
be
said they were in there, they would.
it'd have to be like a jacket with a zipper pocket. You just
Do you
put
have a
them all in there.
dishwasher? Because you could use
Yeah,
the
well,
dishwasher.
I mean, I wouldn't want to get it on
So
the
on
dishes.
the on the
That'd be
top
gross.
shelf. Well, okay, on the top shelf.
Does
you
Alex
just
have a
put-
dishwasher? Yeah, he's married. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, I'm the one who fills it up.
Well, hell.
Oh,
Well,
does
hell.
Alex's wife have a dishwasher? Yeah, she's married. There we go.
So, but with the dishwasher, where the cups go, usually you just have those little spikes, and you just put the boop, 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 boop on each one.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Then you can wash it.
that's what's
reuse
nice
it.
too. Just make sure it stays cold and you won't ruin the integrity of it.
Exactly. Yeah, just run it on cold.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
There
been
should
running
be-
it on hot, and then I
there's-
put it
okay.
on. It's like, oh.
This is what we need to do. New business idea. Here we go. Here's how we make money. New dishwashers. There's normal, sanitizing, pots and pans, and condom.
Damn.
And you can wash your condoms in there. Save dishwasher, save condoms.
And Band-Aid
And if
for
you
washing your Band-Aids.
Hey, sharks.
It's a
I
reusable.
For
got
washing
a-
your gauze.
I
Washing
got a
your
modern day
gauze.
solution for you, sharks. This is the washable, reusable condom. You got this guy standing there with his big dick on his condom.
Sorry for using all the gauze in your first aid kit as a cum rag, but I did run it through the
Yeah, I
dishwasher.
washed
It should
it.
be
It's
all
good.
good, and I put
Ew.
it back in.
Sorry, my
What's
toe.
wrong? They do it at the hospital. They wash all the gauze.
That's true.
They have this great big frequently asked questions about like what makes your condoms vegan and are the condoms biodegradable? Are they organic? They're not biodegradable, by the way. And they expire after 5 years. And there's nothing about how you clean your reusable condom. I guess you just got to like figure it out yourself. But
You turn it inside out.
Yeah, you probably turn it inside out and lick it.
And also, I can't imagine
It's like a diaper. You turn it inside out. Use the other side.
like most people that are using condoms regularly are having like casual sex or like one night stands or whatever, right?
Or they don't like the feeling of it.
So yeah, they just don't like sex. So they put on the condom, so they don't have to feel as
I
much.
hate sex.
But
It
like,
hurts. I need to put a condom
imagine.
on.
Imagine you're gonna hook up with somebody and you're like, oh hey, let me go, and you pull like a fucking this reusable condom out of your bedside drawer. I'm like, oh no, it's perfectly safe. Like,
Open it in the drawer.
Yeah, like let me show you this website, Green Condom Club.
Your dick looks like it's about to make a salad.
You open the drawer and you like pull out the condom and go, oh whoops, I gotta clean it out. And you like swing it and like a bunch of cum just flies onto the wall. You put it on.
You slingshot
It's still
it
hot from the
You
dishwasher.
slingshot it when you shoot it. The load shoots back at you like spit. That's cool. That's really good.
We need to get on this.
Yeah.
We need to get some
It's
reasonable
like one of
condoms.
those sticky hands from Kroger. Just comes in the bubble. Damn, my usual condom's full of hair. I gotta go run this through the dishwasher. So nasty.
I blew a loogie into a condom. I think I need to wash it.
I washed it on hot and put it on right away. Now it's got a bunch of stuff stuck to it, like a Kroger sticky hand.
Just having so many condoms, instead of using like a tissue, you just blow your nose into a condom.
My dad works at the condom factory.
Like, hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Spitting dip into it.
bunch of
You,
free-
just gotta,
free
you pull out a
samples.
condom, open up the package, and then spit dip into it, tie it off, and then throw it on the ground.
So nasty.
That's how I chew.
Dip condom.
My dip condom.
Tossing it
Tie
out the
off, one little
window.
dip, just tossing it out the window of the car. Someone comes across it walking. It's like, why is it brown? Why is it brown, bro? No.
No.
Bro, he's shooting loads like fatty, dude.
All right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cum.
There's gotta be benthic organisms in that thing.
Thanks
Oh,
for
the
listening.
Green
Another
Condom
good
Club
idea.
has an
Microbiota in
NFT
that.
as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, let's go. Perfect. Great business. I love it. Let's go.
All right.
Everybody, thank you for
Everyone,
listening.
thanks for
Let's
listening.
go.
Dig into
We're
the
Oh,
going.
CJ came back, by the way.
That's so
CJ
good.
came
Oh,
back.
that's
Yeah, he's
good.
Oh,
back.
good.
We'll get into that in the next episode.
Well, there's
Or
nothing
not.
other than that. I just figured I'd say they posted
So is
a
Big
picture.
Mike.
He
Big Mike
lived.
uploaded a video of him weightlifting with his. And
Yep.
We watched it on
we watched it
Sunday.
on
yeah,
Sunday.
Yeah, we watched
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mostly
yeah, I was just
silent,
gonna-
so. But it is
And
nice
you
to
can
see.
kind of understand what he's
Yeah.
saying now. So it looks like he's doing a lot better.
Kind of.
He's a speech therapist now.
Salute everybody.
Later.
We love you.
Bye.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
listening. Bye-bye.
Your radio is set on cruise control. Get set for another 45 minutes of non-stop rock and roll. At least 10 great rock songs back to back. Guaranteed.
My mother's a little high strung.